Albion Onliners. My name is Nevaduck, and I'm going to go over some things that you should do before day one. Some quick tips here. First thing you should do is find a guild. If you're unsure on how to find a guild, you can go in game, you can watch the chat, and a lot of times people will be recruiting from there. To find a little bit more established guild, you're probably better off going to the Albion Online official forums, and you can go under guild recruitment, and it'll actually show you, you'll be able to tell which guilds are still active by how high up on the threads they are. You'll be able to read, get a feel, see what other people have asked as far as questions and what you can ask in there as well. Another place is you can go to Albion Online and the subreddit and the Reddit forums, type in recruitment, and then you'll pull up all the recruitment threads. My suggestion would be to sort by new. If you do it that way, you'll get the most recent posts as well. The other more dangerous option, which you might get lucky doing it, is just waiting a guild till somebody spams a guild invite on you. The problem with that is you do not know what you're getting into. But if you want to go that route, have fun. I'm not going to judge you. One thing you should ask when you're looking for the guild is, what kind of guild is it? How will they help you, and how are you going to help them? You need to find out what they're expecting of you and what you can expect of them. Some guilds are just a place to lay your hat with very low guild taxes. Some guilds are structured powerhouses and they expect you to toe the line and beyond from point A to point B during the day, and there are no excuses. So there's thousands of guilds in the game, if not hundreds of thousands, and you should be able to find the one that's right for you. Another option is start your own guild if you'd like, and just invite a few friends. You always can make a guild island and go that route. The next thing to think of before day one is find a build you're going to use in the game. It takes a lot of work to flesh out a build and get it to the higher tier levels. If you're planning on PvPing and going into those red zones and black zones, you're going to need to be able to stay competitive. So you don't want to be a jack of all trades and master of none. If you do that, even the people who basically are somewhat focused will probably be one or two tiers higher than you, and you'll probably be stuck at tier 4 for a very long time trying to flesh out all of tier 4. But again, this is your game, this is your time, this is your money, so you do whatever you want. To flesh out a build, you can come here to the Albion Online build, I don't even know what it's called, character builder I think it is. I'm putting a link down below because it is a little bit tricky to get to from their website. I haven't really actually found the link, but it will be below, so you can bookmark it and get to it really easy. So you can create your own build. If you come here to create your own build, you can do a solo build. This is usually what I do just to get a grasp on what I'm trying to build, and I basically make notes down here. Here, I'll show you what I do actually. So here's one of my builds, the quarterstaff. So I basically fleshed out all of the spells. I haven't put a food or a pot in there. And then down here, if I wanted to switch out one of the pieces of armor if I want to switch out one of the pieces of armor for guardians, that's going to give me defense and energy regen. Another note I made in there, could use Scholar Cowl with energy regen if more is needed. And the reason why I did that is because the quarterstaff is pretty energy and sucks up a lot of energy. So it's always good to have a way to regain energy. Again, I think I'm going way too deep for the quick tips and tutorial, but that's just me. All right, so if we go back to group builds, solo builds, and then there's guides out there. So there's plenty of options to go here and actually see what people are creating for content. And it's in a nice little place. You'll notice Nosk, Black Boa, a lot of these people who have had their builds voted up. Let's see. So here's another guy with a build up there, and it's in Spanish. Let's see if Nosk actually wrote anything down at the bottom of his. Okay, so Nosk actually has some tips and stuff. He even has some videos uploaded. So he's put a lot of work into his build. So if you want to be like him, go for it. All right. So that's one of the other main things. Find the build you're going to do. The next thing when you're figuring out what build to do is make sure you know how many logs, ore, fiber, hide, and block you need for your tools, your armor, and your weapons. There's nothing worse than having everything you think you need, getting to the crafter, and realizing you're 2 logs short, or 2 hides short, or whatever. And then you have to truck all the way back to either your bank or go farm some or anything you don't want to do, basically, because you're ready to make your gear. The next thing is plan your game time. So the servers go live July 17th for legendary founder packs, and then July 18th for epic founder packs, and then July 19th for everybody else. My best guess is that they'll try to have the servers up at 11 UTC, which for me is 7 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, or if you think in the US, East Coast. If they're doing what they usually do after daily downtimes and what they've done during other resets and wipes. The only other time they could possibly do it was maybe midnight. They might roll it out. That's kind of a traditional time for some MMOs. Just a warning. Remember, MMO launches can be very poor. Remember, everybody who's been waiting to play this game is going to try to log in. The nice thing is it is somewhat staggered with the three dates to start playing, but I would not expect to get in and play smoothly for a few hours until they get the server stabilized. I could be wrong. It's not like this is a very graphics intensive game or that it hogs a lot of bandwidth or anything like that. So I think I'm hoping for the best, but history does say MMO launches are horrible, so they just might be horrible. So plan your time accordingly. Plan taking time off of work and everything like that around that. It might even be worth it just to wait till after the 3rd day is released. Or you might feel it's the opposite direction. It's really up to you. For some people, they feel they have no other choice but to get the legendary pack and make a mad dash rush for the land in the first city so they can set up shops or get their guild island up right away, or basically farm to be the first person in tier 6. You decide. It's your game, and then just make sure what you want to do is aligned with the guild that you're with. The next tip I have is the first day when you are able to log in, even if you're not going to play, my suggestion would be to log in that morning, create 3 characters, and save the name of each character. That way you can reserve the name and you don't log in that evening and it's gone. Nothing would be worse than having an epic name and then never getting it. And the last but not least, be ready with food and drinks. My suggestion is for every candy bar you have, or bag of potato chips, you should have a piece of fruit. For every energy drink, you should have a bottle of water. This is going to make you feel a lot better after a long 6 or 8 hour gaming stint. For those of you like me who are going to try to 24-hour it, don't forget every 2 hours, get up, stand up, walk around for 5 or 10 minutes, go for a walk every 4 hours or so, stretch, even take a 20-minute power nap will help. Just stay healthy and your game experience will be a lot better. Don't make mistakes. You make more mistakes when you're tired. Just remember that. Well, hopefully some of these things helped you out and give you a little bit of insight on how I'm preparing. And we'll see you in the game. You guys have a great day.